this is part 2, dos, for the Spanish people out there. We are in Pennsylvania now. We just saw the sign.
Trois for those French speakers.
I don't know the Italian version too, so I'm going to ask. I'm not Italian. Neither are you Italian?
No, but he eats like an Italian.
I eat Italian food.
No, he eats like an Italian.
No, I eat like Puerto Rican.
You eat like an Italian.
That's fine. I eat like a Puerto Rican. I drink like an Irishman. Yeah, that's about it.
All right then. I drink like a Russian man.
Trust me when I say it, that's true.
Yeah.
Alright, so, no small talk. This is the road to 900.
Part 2.
Part 2. First part, we described what's going on. And if you don't know what's going on, watch the first one.
You can watch the first one. It's on the channel. You know it will be.
So, if you need to get caught up, watch the first one. Look up what happened on the 900th episode of SmackDown.
Yes.
God knows when you're going to watch this video.
Yes. It's probably be uploaded after the 900th episode airs.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, we're going to be pretty busy geeking out hard.
Yes.
And taking a lot of photos and videos.
Yep.
That's going to be a thing.
Yep.
It's going to be a thing. It's definitely going to be a thing.
Yep. And we're going to tell all our friends.
It's definitely going to be a thing.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
We started the whole thing of favorite SmackDown episodes. We're going to continue that. Then we're going to get into some SmackDown superstars. Then we'll get into some SmackDown storylines, just general SmackDown overall.
To limit our criteria on what a SmackDown superstar is, it's those superstars who stuck with the blue brand overall.
Either started / debuted.
Yeah. And they mainly stayed on SmackDown.
Yes.
Like they didn't switch a lot.
Yeah. Or they went ahead and they made their name on SmackDown. So John Cena would be in his contention,
SmackDown.
even though most of the time his career was mostly on Raw.
Most of his early days
on SmackDown, and currently he's on SmackDown.
He built a name for himself on SmackDown.
Yes. And now currently
he's back on SmackDown.
Exactly. Now currently he's not on the card. John Cena is currently filming American Grit Season 2. Ironic that we're talking about this in Part 2. We're just getting the whole 2 thing in here. Ethan's doing the peace sign with the 2. All up in your camera, all up in your screens. And if you're watching this really close to your face, all up in your face. So, a little bummed about that, but it's okay. It's alright. I learned to live with it. So, good old buddy of mine.
Yes, sir.
So, besides the one that you watched, you know, the one where Brock Lesnar and Big Show pretty much destroyed the ring, which they did.
Yep.
If you don't believe us, watch it. What are some of your favorite SmackDown episodes?
I would have to go with the 9/11 one, because that's a really good episode.
Yes, post 9/11 SmackDown, Lily Garcia sang the national anthem beautifully. It's one of the sadder moments.
In tears.
Yeah, it'll give you feels. You'll get feels.
I liked a lot of 04, a lot of the stuff John Cena and Booker T were doing. They had a best of 5 series for the U.S. title.
That was a great series.
I watched the match where John Cena tied it up and threw a piece before No Mercy of 2004. That was
John
good.
Cena would go on to win that championship. From Booker T, letting you know.
03, Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar in a televised 30-minute Iron Man match.
That's a good match. That is probably one of the best, if not the best, Iron Man matches in WWE's history.
They actually ranked it. It's like right behind Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12.
Yeah, it is that good. If you don't believe us, go watch it. It should be on the network, actually.
It should be.
Yeah,
I think it probably is on the network, actually. Anytime Eddie Guerrero was involved in anything
Yeah.
on SmackDown,
His feud with Batista was great.
I liked his feud with Big Show. That was funny.
Yeah. His feud with Batista was great. It was his slow transition from his heel status to face before he passed away. And Batista was doing this thing where he wanted old Eddie back. Fans also wanted it, so we were getting classic Eddie Guerrero, which was great. And stuff. We got the lowriders. That was awesome. One of my favorites actually is the tribute to said Eddie Guerrero when he passed away. SmackDown tribute.
I don't really like tribute shows.
I'm not a big tribute fan either.
I'm not a tribute fan.
I'm not a big tribute fan either. But Eddie's whole tribute week that they did, I thought was great.
Oh, it was good.
I thought it was good. I loved how Batista came out on the lowrider, and he left the World Championship on the lowrider. And I thought that was a great sign of respect, especially because of the fact that it was scripted that Eddie was going to win the World Championship from Batista before he passed. And so I thought that was a really good way of showing the love and support for Eddie. God, I miss Eddie.
Who doesn't?
The millennials, they don't know about Eddie.
Millennials suck.
Yeah, they don't know about Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero was a great man, great wrestler.
Yes.
He was very funny. That was one of the things a lot of people will tell you in wrestling business. Even Vince would tell you that Eddie had a way of putting a smile on your face.
See, this is why I love to shoot Big Show, because he brought a sewage tank to the ring, right?
That was funny.
And then he proceeded to pull a Stone Cold Steve Austin, except instead of beer, he sprayed the Big Show with raw sewage.
That was funny. That was really funny.
The commentators' reactions were great. I don't actually know if it was real feces that was put upon the Big Show.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. They actually dropped real feces on Vince, Shane, and the
well, that's Vince's call. It's like Vince on Vince.
I know. But still, I mean, it's been done before. They've actually used like actual feces to drop on people.
No, that's true. Yeah.
And stuff. I mean, you can watch that episode of Raw where they did it, and that arena stunk for like a straight hour.
Yeah. Back to SmackDown though.
Anything that involved Edge and The Undertaker.
Yes, anything that involved Edge.
The 2008
Edge period.
2008 SmackDown where Edge was getting the push and Undertaker was pretty much actually almost a full-time worker.
Anything involved in these six superstars: Edge, Eddie, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, Chavo, and I'm forgetting one. Who am I forgetting? See, Kurt.
SmackDown superstars.
Oh, and Rey Mysterio.
Yes.
Also, the old Cruiserweight division.
Yes.
Back in the day. That was
back in the day when the Cruiserweight division was on SmackDown.
That was wonderful, and it's probably going to be again after Survivor Series.
Yes, Survivor Series. It's the Brian Kendrick defending the Cruiserweight title against Kalisto. Kalisto's on SmackDown, so Kalisto wins the championship. He brings the entire Cruiserweight division to SmackDown.
Speaking of Kalisto, we're expecting to see a tune-up match for Kalisto tonight.
Yes. Pretty much what they're probably going to do is what they did on Raw last night. They had Sami Zayn in a match, and they pretty much put him over to make him look stronger. Going into his match for the Intercontinental Championship.
I just hope that they don't do what they did on Raw, like a squash match. I want an actual match.
Yeah, I would like an actual match myself. We're also expecting to see Raw Superstars on the 900
Yes,
SmackDown.
because the whole Survivor Series thing.
Survivor Series is coming up this Sunday, and last night on Raw, Team SmackDown actually showed up. So
we're expecting Team Raw to show up.
We're expecting Team Raw to show up.
Left lane, close ahead. Okay.
Well, staying the right lane.
Lovely. I'm staying right here then. Yep. Right behind this big ass truck.
Pretty much. So, that being said, we're expecting some good stuff from this week's SmackDown. We're really curious to see what Undertaker's going to say and what's he going to do with Survivor Series coming up, and that's pretty much his pay-per-view right there, besides WrestleMania.
I mean, he won his first title in Survivor Series.
He debuted at Survivor Series.
And then he won his first title there a year later.
Yep. So
his first world title, I should say.
First world championship, yeah.
Yes.
That one. And stuff. Little quiz for you people, because I know he knows the answer, so do I. If any of you guys can tell me who Undertaker beat to become world champion, we will give away the answer at the end of the video.
Or in part 3.
Or in part 3 if we do a part 3. But yeah, so that's a little trivia for you guys. Try not to cheat. You probably will.
Please don't. Seeing as you're probably watching this on your computer, smartphone, or anything that basically has internet access.
Yep. Computer, smartphone, tablet, and or video game console.
Yes, that I forgot.
And stuff. So yeah, so we're really curious to see what Undertaker's gonna say.
Yes.
Now we're gonna go forward with SmackDown Superstars. Good old SmackDown Superstars.
So I'll say one, you say one.
Yeah, we'll just keep rolling it over. Alrighty, well, I'm just going to start off with John Cena.
And then I will say who he debuted against, Kurt Angle.
You go ahead and jump really, really forward on this list and say phenomenal AJ Styles, who is currently tearing it up on SmackDown and doing a fine job doing it.
I am going to dispute that with you, and you know exactly why.
Yes, we'll dispute that later.
I will dispute that so hard with you. It's yeah. For those of you who don't know who AJ Styles is, you should definitely try to get some of his stuff on YouTube, because his matches are phenomenal.
Pun intended.
Yes.
Because he is the phenomenal one.
Okay, I'll go slightly forward as well. Dolph Ziggler.
Yes, he did much better on SmackDown than he's done on Raw.
Yes.
Even though he won his world championship on Raw.
Yeah.
And stuff. Okay. I'm going to have to go with The Miz. Miz has been doing very well on SmackDown.
I love The Miz. I do.
Miz has been,
and actually, he did debut
great
on SmackDown at the $1 Million Tough Enough.
Yes. So Miz has been doing great on SmackDown. I think SmackDown and Miz just are going really fine hand in hand.
Yes, they are.
And stuff. Your turn.
I'm going to say The Undertaker.
Taker, yeah. Taker's
the man who
spent most of his career on SmackDown.
Yeah. I think he only made like a few Raw appearances. Otherwise, he's been SmackDown mainstay.
Pretty much. I'm going to go with Big Show.
Big Show's a good call.
Yeah, Big Show. Back in the day.
Yes, back in the day.
And stuff like that, where, his giant form was actually doing something for him.
Mm-hmm.
Not nowadays anymore.
Yeah. He grew out his beard.
He did.
Yeah.
Grew out his beard.
I'm like, okay, bro, are you trying to be a Wyatt? What's going on?
Your turn.
Bray Wyatt.
A nice little transition that did. Nice little transition straight to Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And there goes camera.
I was wondering actually if that was going to happen at all during when we were going to shoot these.
Well, now we're going to see how many times it happens.
Well, that only happened because there was a bump.
Yes.
So we'll see if we encounter any more bumps and if I can hit them less hard.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of unexpected.
It was, yeah.
So forgive us for that. That was technical difficulties, not on our part.
Mm-hmm. On the road's part.
Yep. Alright, he said Bray Wyatt. Let's say I have to go with Eddie. Eddie Guerrero. He spent most of his time on SmackDown.
I was praying that you didn't steal mine, which was Randy Orton.
I was thinking Orton, actually. but
Because Randy Orton debuted.
I really
Where did he debut? Well, exactly, he debuted on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Way
Just
back
like
in the day
just
when
like
he
John
had
Cena did, and just like my next pick, Brock
Batista.
Lesnar. I like how you said Batista. I said Brock Lesnar.
Because I was sure you were going to say Batista, because Batista debuted on SmackDown.
And then
And
when he won the World Championship, he brought it to SmackDown.
We're on SmackDown.
And he had a great feud with Edge. He had a great feud with The Undertaker. All on SmackDown.
Yep.
So some of his highlights, besides his rivalry with Triple H, is done on SmackDown.
I would say Triple H, because Triple H did have a really good run on SmackDown.
He did, but most of his time...
He did not debut on SmackDown.
Yes.
And most of his greatest stuff was on Raw.
Was on Raw, yes. But he did make a good, solid... Like, when he was on SmackDown, his time was well spent. He did a really good job on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the people, like, when his highlight career video comes up, when he gets put into the Hall of Fame later on in the years...
Which we know is going to happen.
Which is going to happen eventually.
Yep.
He's going to be the other two-time Hall of Famer, and so is Shawn Michaels when they
DX.
both him and DX. So when that happens, they're going to show the highlight video, and most of it's going to be on Raw for Triple H, not SmackDown. They may show some SmackDown stuff, but most of it is on Raw. Raw pay-per-views, Raw shows, all Raw.
I will say The Rock.
Yes.
I will say The Rock, and here's why I will say The Rock. Without The Rock, there would have been a different name for SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much SmackDown came from one of his legendary, infamous, and many, and I do mean many, numerous catchphrases. And if you're wondering the one I'm thinking of, it's I'm gonna lay at the smackdown in your candy ass. Lay at the smackdown. That's where I came from.
Smacketh. The Mulligan layeth, smacketh down on their candy ass.
Well, now he's not. Well, he was saying that at first, but then he started changing it to smackdown.
Yes. I just wanted to
I'm gonna lay at the smackdown.
Correct.
Candy ass.
Yeah.
And so Rock definitely, and so like that.
Also, another catchphrase is going to check your ass directly into the SmackDown Hotel,
which is another one for SmackDown and stuff. And he was at the tribute for the post 9/11 tribute.
Yes.
On SmackDown.
Yes, he was.
And stuff.
He was on the debut episode of SmackDown.
Yes, he was.
99.
And stuff. So The Rock has had a pretty influential thing on SmackDown.
Yes.
And stuff. Yeah. So far.
I got one. I
don't know if anyone said Edge yet.
I got one.
I'll take Edge.
Okay. Want to take Edge?
I mean, granted, a lot of Edge's career was on Raw.
Yes.
But his main event status.
No, his early years were on SmackDown. That's what the Sensational Six were about. When Paul Heyman took over writing SmackDown, he made sure that there were 6 superstars he wanted in the spotlight. That was Edge, Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, and the Guerreros.
Yes.
And that made SmackDown so much better watchable than Raw back in the 2000s, because Paul Heyman was writing and he put those people first. By the way, if you haven't told anyone by yet, I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
He's a Paul Heyman guy.
I love Paul Heyman. He's a friggin' genius.
He's brilliant on the mic. He's just best with the words. As what culture would say, he's the best with the words.
I love his writing, though. He's a creative genius.
He is.
And he gets underrated sometimes.
Very much does.
Is very shocking.
Ah, there goes another one.
Caught. I caught that. Caught.
So yeah, the other thing is, fucking Paul Heyman almost got his ass kicked last night. That's sizable.
Paul Heyman had dying of laughter last night.
Yeah, Paul Heyman was great. I did like how Brock Lesnar actually grabbed the mic and was like, "Shut up!" I was like, "All right, Brock, damn."
Yeah.
See, you're getting mad. We saved that one.
Yeah.
I saved it again.
That.
I saved it again. And I'm gonna keep saving it.
That was my fault.
He accelerated on cruise control.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Comment below where you know that's from. I'll give you a hint. It's a movie. I'm not gonna tell you what it is though. Until later on.
You all should know what movie that is. I'm like, really, you should all know what that movie is. It's a classic. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I'm gonna give you one word again. Millennials.
Fucking millennials, man. I love working with kids, but they're all millennials.
Millennials,
It's just
brother.
like,
Millennials don't know nothing.
Move! Don't you move! No!
You got closer to him.
Because I wanted him to move the fuck over.
Yeah, but don't get closer to him.
Damn! Anyway, I have two now. Alright, here's my two. Or one. John Bradshaw Layfield.
Yes, JBL, most of his time was spent on Raw as the APA. But when
Main event status SmackDown.
was SmackDown.
The longest reigning WWE champion in the history of SmackDown.
Yes, he held the championship for 9 months before he lost it to John Cena. He beat names like Eddie Guerrero, Booker T, Big Show, and The Undertaker.
Yep. In matches like this, Fatal 4-Way. First ever barbed wire steel cage. Ladder match.
The list goes on. JBL held that championship all the way to WrestleMania 21, where he finally lost it to John Cena.
Yep.
That was John Cena's very first WWE Championship reign.
Yep.
One of the many of the 15 championship reigns that he currently has.
Yep. All right, you're up.
Let's see. SmackDown. I'm going to go current right now. I'm going to say Becky Lynch. Because SmackDown, back in the day, really wasn't known for the women's division. Nowadays, it's actually getting a lot better.
That's actually true, yeah.
So, with the recent influx in women's wrestling, SmackDown now has their own women's championship. Becky Lynch is currently the champion. She had one hell of a match with Alexa Bliss on SmackDown last week.
Now I have another two, and my next name is to dispute your claim.
Yes.
Michelle McCool.
Yes, Michelle McCool.
Who was the Butterfly champion on SmackDown.
She was the last women's champion before they changed it to the Divas champion.
The Butterfly championship.
Yes. Thank God.
The one that we went away at WrestleMania 32. Thank God for that.
That's one of the only good things about WrestleMania 2.
Yes, that's
One of the only.
like maybe 5 good things happened at Mania 32. That was one of them.
Yeah, he's lying. There's only maybe like 2 things.
No, I can count 5.
Got it right out. What is it?
Rock. Shortest match in Mania history. Because that was funny as hell.
I'm just gonna add that to Rock.
Cena and Rock.
Okay, give me 2.
Legends returning.
Okay.
And Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles on the grandest stage in the world. That is 5. He counts 3.
Actually, I count 4 because you're getting the triple threat match for the Divas Championship / Women's Championship.
Okay, so 6 then.
And stuff. That was pretty much the best match in the card.
That was the best match on the card, bro.
And there was no other matches that were going to beat that.
Nope. Nuh-uh.
No offense to his boy.
Nuh-uh. No offense to your boy.
Yeah, no offense to AJ Styles. No offense to Triple H though. I mean, at least AJ had a pretty good match.
Dude, Triple H can't save everything.
I know.
And in fact, what culture came up with a list of 10 things Triple H couldn't get over?
Yeah, and Roman Reigns was number 1.
Yeah, Roman Reigns number 1.
He definitely could not get Roman Reigns over for shit.
Nope.
And he tried hard too.
No, we
He
love you,
tried
What
really
Culture,
hard.
by the way. We are loyal fans of King Ross.
We are loyal subjects.
We are loyal subjects.
The end is nigh. We're all fucked.
The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Fucking underway. The end is nigh. Nigh.
You ever seen those shit
And see,
because
I have.
we're gonna be there.
You know what,
it's
man?
John o'clock, motherfuckers. Get in there.
You know what, King Ross? I have an awesome beard too. I have an awesome beard as well, and I'm also a sick guy.
I don't know about that last part.
I'm a sick guy.
He does have the beard though. I will give him that. He does have the beard. I don't know if he's a sick guy, but he does have the beard. That stuff. So yeah. So.
All right, so I went with cool. You're up.
Yes.
We'll do like 3 more, and then we'll call it.
That's fine. I'm gonna go with.
Oh, sidebar. The Cool's feud with Mickey James was very good, but very, very tasteless. Anyway, go on.
Yes, it was. It's probably one of the worst things on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And stuff. No offense to SmackDown.
Yeah, Piggy James was not.
Piggy James was
not
bad.
Good. Not good at all.
And especially the fact that.
Speaking of Mickey James,
Mickey
she's
James.
coming back. She is back in the WWE. She is competing at WWE NXT TakeOver Toronto for the Women's Championship against Asuka.
Yes,
Mickey James v. Asuka.
Women's Championship. NXT Women's Championship. Exactly. So, yeah.
I'm hyped for that.
Yeah, so am I. That's why I want you to get the network. That way I can watch that too.
I'll think about it.
Like, legitimately, the only reason why I want you to get the network is just so I can watch NXT TakeOver. I'm gonna watch Survivor Series, but I really want to watch NXT TakeOver Canada.
I got you.
And stuff. So, yeah. Moving on. I'm gonna go ahead, start picking names here. I'm gonna say Booker T. Most of his shit was done on SmackDown. His one World Heavyweight Championship reign was on SmackDown. We're not gonna get to his character though. But
King Booker!
alright. So, but yeah, he was pretty much U.S. champion on SmackDown. He did most of his best work on SmackDown. So we gotta give it to him. He's on SmackDown. That was his best work.
Oh, I mean, he was a tag team champion on Raw. He was an Intercontinental champion on Raw. He headlined WrestleMania with Triple H
That
at
is true.
19. So
That's true, which he lost. That rivalry was done really.
Yeah, because
really,
Triple H
really
didn't want to put him over.
distastefully.
yeah,
That's tough.
boys hogging the spotlight back in 2000, 2003.
Yep. So yeah, you're up.
Gregory Helms.
Gregory Helms.
Now, as the Hurricane, some of his best work was on Raw. But as Gregory Helms, longest reigning champion in SmackDown history.
He held the Cruiserweight Championship.
He held the Cruiserweight Championship for over a year.
Yes. We're not even gonna get to his reign though. He barely defended that title.
He did. It was a bit like Dean Ambrose holding the U.S. title for a year.
Yes, which actually that's my next pick. Dean Ambrose. Currently, this is a recent entry. Dean Ambrose was part of the draft lottery to get in on SmackDown, and the reason why he makes the list is because he brought the WWE World Championship to SmackDown, and Raw had to create a whole new title just because Dean Ambrose beat both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns in a triple threat match.
I like that night on Raw where all the members of the Shield held the title. That was great.
I love the promo that they all did,
That was so good.
where it was on fucking Ambrose Asylum. They were all talking about the past good days, the good old days.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now, sour puss. And you saw Seth Rollins' face like, really? Really, fucker? Really? That was good.
Yeah.
Last one for you.
Rey Mysterio.
I think Ray's already been said.
Has it? Really?
Yeah, actually, I think you took it also.
Oh, I did. Did I? I don't know.
I believe so.
Okay.
This is where it starts to get a little harder. Yeah, I started thinking of people.
Yes.
There is one man that I was going to say, but I kind of left him out. But if you want to steal him, go right ahead.
If I think of it, I will.
Just think feuds with John Cena.
Yeah, I'm thinking of my own name. Because I'm thinking throughout the years of SmackDown. Mr.
I definitely wouldn't have put him on the list.
Are you kidding? His best stuff was on SmackDown.
Yeah, but I think that Carlito deserved
and
it more.
And he debuted on SmackDown.
I think Carlito deserved it more. I think Matt Hardy deserved it more. I think Jeff Hardy deserved it more.
First name that came in my head. Okay?
MVP deserved it more.
Actually, he did. But you know, whatever. Kennedy won the Money in the Bank.
Those are also other names.
Kennedy won the Money in the Bank.
Paul London, Brian Kendrick, they were on SmackDown.
Actually, you know what? I will mention the tag team, London and Kendrick.
Yes.
They have the record for the longest WWE Tag Team Championship reign on SmackDown.
They were a great tag team.
They were innovative. They were high flying.
They were entertaining. They were fun to watch.
Yes.
And stuff. So they made a great tag team.
And then they both went away, and Brian Kendrick came back with this awesome character.
And he's currently the
Cruiserweight
champion.
Currently the Cruiserweight champion. I might add, what I hate about this incarnation of the Cruiserweight title is that they make no reference at all to the past WWE title or the Cruiserweight title, which the WWE Cruiserweight title was spawned off of. Which sucks.
Yeah. It's like they're trying to start fresh, but you really can't start fresh if you're just using an old name.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to end it right now.
So, that was part 2.
That was part 2, because that's Canada.
So that was part 2. We are going to take a hiatus. We're going to figure out where the hell we are. We've been driving a long road. It's pretty long.
The long and winding road.
So we will come back at you with part 3. And we will talk more about SmackDown championships, SmackDown storylines, SmackDown general managers.
Top 5 SmackDown general managers. We're going to do it.
SmackDown sets, because SmackDown's gone through a couple sets.
Let's be honest. The one with the fist was the best one. There is no contention with any other one. The one with the fist was the best one.
I want them to bring that back tonight. I want them to bring that back tonight.
Oh my God, imagine if they do. Imagine if they do, bro.
I want that back tonight. Yo. I want to see the big fist logo right there, breaking through the glass.
Yo,
that was
so
such
cool.
That was such the best look. That was such a good look for SmackDown.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, it was.
And so it was such like that was their best stage.
Yep.
I love that stage. That stage was awesome. And so that's when I actually came into SmackDown, was when that stage was a thing, and I absolutely fell in love with that stage. I thought that stage was dope.
And SmackDown commentators.
Yes, we will talk about SmackDown commentators. Fuck you, David Otunga.
Yeah, go to law school.
That's stuff. But yeah, we will talk more about that in the next video.
All right, this has been part 2 of the road to 900. The road to 900.
I caught that, by the way. I actually legitimately caught that.
The road to 900.
All right, so say our
Dude, I said it 3 times. All right.
No, say our catchphrase.
Okay.
Catchphrase is
All
that.
we need is a car, a road, and a camera